Hey Ian, you ready?
You bet I am. What are we talking about tonight? And talk about guns?
If it's not a 30 cal, I'm not in.
Jeez, mate, that's not very inclusive. Have you seen Jono?
Hey Jono, you ready?
Well, God knows where he is, mate. He's probably caught up in the neighbour's wire again. Are you ready to go? Let's do this.
Mate, I'm ready. Let's crank it up.
Righto then. Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the Hunter's Campfire, where we're going to talk about all things hunting and the great outdoors. And we'll probably throw in a few tips along the way.
You want a tip? Say it once, say it 1,000 times. Goats love rocks.
Or a few things about deer. Mark, what do you reckon about deer?
As a deer hunter, I love hunting pigs.
Well, that's about as useful as I expected it to be. Oh, check it out. Here comes Jono. He's being chased by the neighbour's dog.
Okay guys, let's get this started. Welcome to the Hunter's Campfire. Pull up a chair, get comfortable. It's time for the Hunter's Campfire.
Merry Christmas, gents.
We're going. We're on.
What did you
like
call me?
Donkey Kong.
You heard me. You heard me. What is going on? What's happening? It's nearly Christmas.
It is
Nearly
nearly
Christmas.
It is nearly Christmas. That is very true.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I already have my early Christmas gift.
What?
Oh, Ryobi
yeah.
fan. Is that the misting one or the other one?
For
It's
territory
just squirt the hose at it.
Oh, well, they do a misting one as well, don't they?
Yeah, but I thought inside a 10 hours misting might not
Yeah. It might get a bit steamy in there.
come out. Yeah, it's like Indian sweat tent. Come out, hallucinating.
It's going to be your sauna.
That's it.
It's like pouring water on the rocks. Yeah. That's cool. That's good.
It
That'll be
is.
nice in the territory.
Yeah, and it's battery, and you can run it off my Blue Eddy.
Cool. Nice.
So
Yeah, it's got
expect
12
to have
volt
the
input.
Blue
as well.
Eddy in there, charging the phones and all that stuff, and that thing.
Nice.
Give cool. I'm going to test it at Nundle.
Yes.
It's going to go for.
You bring the air conditioners?
Do you want an air conditioner? I'll bring you an air
Bring
conditioner.
the air conditioner
No,
for
I
the
want
tent.
I'll bring you an air conditioner. I've got two.
Yeah, I just want to try it out.
I'll bring one for you.
Thanks,
I've
mate.
seen a new
Okay.
one too. One of the, I think it might be that Kick Ass. I think they have an air conditioner now.
They do.
What do you-
They've been
what do you want,
advertising.
John?
Mine are Wanderer from BCF.
Air conditioner.
Yeah, keen to give it a try out.
Yeah, I'll bring one for you. I can give it a try.
Yeah. It'll save me putting one of those big Domestics on the top of my wife's horse float because she's wanting air conditioning. Probably not even for
Oh,
her,
yeah.
probably for the horses.
Horse.
Probably
It's
for
the way
horses,
horses
yeah.
roll these days.
In luxury.
Air
Yeah.
conditioned luxury limousines, I call it. It's the limousine.
Yeah. I saw something like, if you want to be a millionaire, don't own a horse, don't look at horses, don't talk to people who own horses.
Well, it's kind of like the farmer statement. If you want to be a millionaire, start as a billionaire and own a
That's
horse.
what I was right on a horse.
Quickest way to become a millionaire. This is not heck on my wife's hobby day. What's going on? It's been a big few weeks. Lots happening.
It is.
Lots happening for an off season. Like we're supposed to be winding
Yeah.
down and things are just going skywards.
Yes, I actually went fishing with Adam. That was pretty good. Didn't do too well on the fishing, but we had a great time. Finally managed to get out with this pretty poor weather we've been having. Went offshore off Moreton, which was in itself pretty spectacular. So around Cape Moreton and out to one of the fads. Saw dolphin fish, as in dolphin fish, not dolphins, or mahi swimming in the
Mahis.
water. Had a couple of good chances, didn't convert. Caught some small stuff, but didn't convert. But I'm keen to go again, and I'll be better prepared next time. I've already told Adam I'm building my Adam Long fishing rig setup to go with him. We're actually talking about it. Next time we're going to do an overnighter. So
Oh, okay. You put into like Tangalooma or something.
yeah, well, no, what we've got to figure out is his boat's got those self-draining floors, so he's got a place to sleep, but the second person,
Doesn't.
So we're going to figure
Nice
out
and
a way
slopey.
to get off the floor, as it were.
Take your stretcher, Mark.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'll take a stretcher, and when I come back, WD-40 it.
Yeah, so just rust
Stop
away. Yeah.
Rusting. But yeah,
Mm.
so I'm thinking a little stretcher down the side that should be pretty
Oh.
good.
Yeah, well, hopefully next time I can come with you guys because I
Yeah.
was hoping to on this trip, but yeah, couldn't unfortunately.
So that was fantastic fun. Man, there were some boats out there. Oh wow,
A lot of them, or
oh wow, there's so many boats. So we left really early when we were at the ramp. There was like 2 other boats there when we left, or 2 trailers at the ramp. But we got out when we were out to the reef in daylight because we went out well before sun up in daylight. The amount of boats on that reef was not. It was a bit awkward actually because people just trolling through other people. Yeah, it was a bit hectic out there.
Crazy.
well,
The weather's been so poor lately. The first
it's been shocking, hasn't it?
good day, everyone went out.
Oh.
And it was like a drag race, you watching other boats going, you're all heading the same place, all going the same way. So that was pretty exciting. I haven't been offshore for a while, and realised how much I miss that kind of stuff.
It is good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
I'm not a fan of charters anymore.
No,
I've done enough. I've been disappointed by enough charters. It would have to be something pretty special now, like heading out to Swains or something like that. I absolutely do. But unfortunately, they're just so hit and miss for the money.
It is hit and miss. Yeah, I did a trip off Noosa a couple of weeks ago at charter because I couldn't get anyone to go on my boat with me, and
I didn't get the phone call.
That's right.
Didn't get a single
You didn't get a phone call?
Have you lost my number?
I didn't get the one to go on Adam's boat this weekend either, mate.
Well,
I didn't. Yeah, I got that one.
I didn't get that one. Adam,
I got that one.
Actually, he did ring me. And then come to think about it, I said I couldn't go. It's not the point. You didn't ask me twice. Gosh.
Anyway.
Anyway. Maybe it's not.
Well, wipe away those tears for Ian.
That's right. So you were saying you went off a chart of Noosa.
And didn't get the single fish. Yeah, it was a disappointing day.
So bad. Yeah. Did they give you your money back?
No.
No, some of it?
No.
Why not?
That's just
that's how it works.
Well, it is. Like I went on a cruise. I went on a cruise. It wasn't a bloody fishing trip, I can tell you now. And driving down from Toowoomba and, getting down there the night before so you can be on the boat. Like it's a pretty, big effort. Anyway, we get on this boat and the guy did not give 2 shits. Like he was just so, it's just my day job, whatever. Anyway, off we go. We cruise out there. Yeah, we're gonna go and catch bait first. Like what? I'm not paying to catch bait. I'm not paying to catch bait. Like you serious? I could catch my own bait, and I don't mean like good liveys. I mean throwing some nets over and catching little baits, like catch your own pilchard type deal. So I'll burn half my day catching baits, and then they take us over to the little spot, and okay, we'll drop them down the bottom. I said, but you said we were going to be doing like targeted small game fishing and stuff. Oh, it doesn't look like it's a good day for it. And this is our backup. Okay, righto. So it is what it is. We'll make the most of it. No one's catching any fish. It's just bullshit. Anyway, we're cruising. I go, we'll go to another spot. And he looks over and he's like, you get binos out. Oh, a storm cloud. Better go back in. I'm like, what? Yeah, can't stay out here. Safety issue. Storm's coming. I'm like, fucking storm clouds. Anyway, yes, there was a bit of build up, and we went back in, but they did refund us half the cost of the tour because we had to come in because of weather. But it was he was on a promise or something.
It sounds like Mark's greatest farm stay.
It was just pathetic.
So
that was off to Goldie.
Yeah, that's right.
Never go off to Goldie again. I'll only go north to go on charters.
Yeah, go Rainbow Beach or something like that, or even further north. Swain's
I know there's some good ones out there.
Look, we used to charter all the time, but I'm the same. I kind of lost. I tell you what charters I do like. I'm going to give a bit of a plug. Is Brad Smith on the Gold Coast, but that's the other kind of charter. That is, you go out in a boat. There's only you and maybe a mate on a small boat with him, and he takes you down into either the Gold Coast. And Clinton is the guy who runs the Gold Coast side of things, and Brad often works over the other side in the Tweed. And it's more like it's not a charter. It's more like a guided fishing. And you catch lots of fish, it's like, but I mean, they're not game fish, but you go out and you're hitting things like whiting and bream and flathead and trevally and parrotfish and all those kind of things. But it's actually really good in that it's just you and the operator, and you're on all the time. You're trolling, you're casting. It's actually really good. I really enjoy them. It's a great gig. A mate of mine, Terry, last year got a 40-something whiting in the Broadwater, and it was on the local, the local fishing news on the nightly news. And it's the trouble is it was Terry bleeping, so it's like bleep bleep bleep, look at the bleep bleep side. I said bleep whiting. Paul Burt, he was on Paul Burt before Paul Burt got the boot. So yeah, but that was it. That's really kind of the charter I like. That's much more of a guide, but I'm 100% with you. You go out on a stink boat, you go off on a reef, and you just bottom bash for a few hours, and
that's
you might
all
get
they
something
do.
you don't.
Yeah. Pass.
Yeah,
Boarding.
I'm keen for a Swains trip though. For a week.
Yeah, or that other one. Yeah, but that'll happen. That'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, Adam's. You don't need a Swain strip. You just need to go with Adam off your poon.
Yeah. Well, we were planning to do that.
I'm pretty sure it's not quite the same.
Adam runs about 100 k's off your poon.
Yeah,
it's not the same as Swains. So
not the same. Well, but it's it's you and him out there on 100 k's offshore or off.
Yeah, we had planned on going, and we made the decision to not go last minute, and that's why I went on the charter, because we had planned to go, and we called it literally the day before, and I booked the charter because I wanted to go fishing. I'd already booked the day off work, so yeah, gonna go for Yeppoon, and then go show GTs and Spanish and all those sorts of things. So yeah, we're still waiting for a good gap in the weather to do that.
Yeah. Well, the trouble is, you know when the gap is, don't you? April.
It's supposed to be good tuna season is April as well.
That's right. The fishing is best.
What happens in April?
When the fishing is best when them deer are active. So unfortunately,
they get a pass from me then, because I am hellishly focused on this spot right now. That's why I'm not listening to you guys, because I'm looking at my map. Because I'm pretty excited actually. I just realised that I thought my secret spot. It's not very secret, but my secret spot. I thought it was zoned out. Exclusion zone.
Oh, okay. It was. Is it reopened?
No. My spot's not in that spot. It's not in that exclusion zone. Oh. So I'm back.
That's close though. That exclusion's close to it though.
It's okay. It's okay.
Cool.
I've got what I need. Yeah.
Did you have you got a camera down there still?
I can't remember.
I've got some more as well to go up, just to add to the paparazzi in the forest. I've got a couple more.
I can't recall if I left one in there or not. I kind of feel like I did, but not sure. Anyway, I'm going to put a bunch up. Next week we go. This week. Next week?
This week.
What day is it? Sunday. Sunday now. So it's the beginning of
Thursday we go.
So yes, that's going to be fun. It's going to be
Friday.
It's going to be a great couple of days. 3 or 4 days.
Have you seen the weather?
No.
It's like sunny and 30 degrees every day.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the weather yet. I was talking to a mate about.
Where's that? Nundle itself, or Hanging Rock?
For Hanging Rock, yeah. So the township. Yeah.
Hot.
Mm.
No, well, such is life.
So you're taking out of Hanging Rock, are you?
Yeah. So the forecast I use is out of Hanging Rock, which probably uses Nundle.
Yeah, it's still going to be cool.
I just looked at it, and it's the one I just typed in Hanging Rock, and it's using the Murrundi Gap.
Okay, they must all use that.
It's a fair way away, that one.
So I'll be able to drop some temperature out of that for altitude. Last summer that I was up there, it was pretty warm during the day. Take a hammock.
Yeah, the evenings are down to 14, 15, 16 degrees.
It gets cool at night. Yep.
Oh, you got the altitude.
Yep, it'll be nice. It'll be real good. So anyway, yes, we'll see if there's any trees without cameras that we can attach some new cameras to, and start the.
I'm just looking at it's just pulled this one out of Armidale, so the weather station is using Armidale Airport. Christmas Day, it's 4 degrees that night.
4?
That's what it says here.
Wicked.
Nice.
Wow. Might get some croaking.
Might do.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 of us are going to hit there. Maybe a couple more. So it'll be a nice little group that show up there and have a bit of fun. So, yeah, it'd be nice to get out there. And I'm taking my young fella with me, so we're quite keen for us to shoot our first deer if possible together. So he's prepared. He keeps saying to people, I'm going deer hunting with Dad. Gonna shoot my first deer. I'm gonna be with Dad when we shoot our first deer, is what he's saying. And I was like, I just wonder how he's gonna take it. Like he's not been part of an animal being taken before, so could be a little bit interesting to see how he handles it. But he's certainly been around the sheep, and he helped me wrangle the sheep into a trailer and take them off to get processed the other day, and then we went back again and they came back in cardboard boxes, and those cardboard boxes got delivered to friends. So he knows he knows what he's eating. It's just he hasn't seen the violence of it yet. So that'll be interesting. But he comes to the range, he knows the gun, he's more than happy with the noise, like all of that's fine. It's just that, okay, now there's an animal dead. How that will go. That'll be an interesting one for a 7-year-old brain.
I found my boy was completely okay with it and I think it was because of fishing.
Yeah, you've said that a few times. Yeah. And Dave's certainly been around fishing, so that's okay. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but he's a bit sensitive to that when the time comes, and hopefully it'll be a well positioned cross gully shot rather than something up and whack as it walks past us. But we'll just see. We'll take the chances. As they come.
So I'm taking my young fella as well. It'll be his first. He's been with me on a couple of trips, but he hasn't been state forest before. So this will be his first proper trip. He came, we stayed at a lodge and, the luxury side of it. So this will be the first time he's done camping, obviously, but not a camping hunt. So this will be an interesting one for him. It's gonna be hot. Get him walking, see how he goes. He's keen as he's ready for it. So I've held off until. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for the boys to come back to camp and have a couple of mates to cheer around and have a bit of fun and whatever.
Exactly. Sit around the fire at night, and I think they'll love it. So
very good. What else is going on? There's still more going on, more news going on. You were at the range today, Mark?
No, I wasn't at the range today. That was from Friday. I was at fishing yesterday, and today I'm just I should have been to the pool with the family.
Nice.
Very, very she. It's very nice. I wanted to say, by the way, the cap that I'm wearing and the cap that Ian is wearing, for those listening, now these are currently on the website.
They are.
And these caps are special caps, i.e. they are like prototype ones. So they've got the badge sewn on. And there's 2 left for sale of these prototype, and then we will have another version of this which will be a bit cheaper, which we're going to call the crew hat. So if you want one of the very, very originals, there's 2 for sale. They're on the site.
Yep, we've got a bit of stuff up on the site now. Yeah, go and check it out. It's we've even had it given it a makeover.
Looking good. Looking great.
Yeah, it's looking really good. So, go and check it out. There's some web shop up there. There's our merch pages up there under shop. So you can go and have a look at some of the shirts that have gone up. That'll get updated over the next few days as the rest of the merch line gets finished off. And, jump on, have a look. We think that some pretty nice stuff in there. We've gone for a pretty good quality line of stuff. So you'll find that the gear you buy will last. And
so
good to see it moving through the store.
Some of the other stuff, I had a good chat on Friday, and there's some really interesting stuff coming out. So, for instance, Frankie have a new rifle that is like a scout rifle. They don't call it a scout rifle, but to me, I would call it a scout rifle. It's a very interesting rifle. It's, short barrel, box mag, polymer stock, 308 or 223. Big long Picatinny rail on top, so you can do a forward mount for the scope or whatever you want, but also has flip up and flip down iron sights. Very, very handy looking thing. I love scout rifles.
Flip up iron
CDR that I actually helped them design was based on my experiences with Scout rifle. I had a Ruger Scout and love them. So that's there.
Can you give us a definition of a scout rifle?
Yeah,
for those
mate,
that
we don't need to have that argument. There is a true definition of the scout rifle, and all the scout aficionados around the world then argue over it.
Okay,
so basically,
let me reframe the question. What do you like about a scout rifle?
It's short. Okay, so generally a scout rifle has a shorter barrel. It generally so Jeff Cooper, who famous American gun writer, who started Gunsight, which is SITE Gunsight, and he did all the gunsight training, pistol training, combat training, stuff like that. He had this concept of a scout rifle, which was a rifle that you could use up to 300 yards to engage an enemy or hunting situation. So the idea was a bolt action rifle, was short barrel, box mag, in a military caliber, i.e., so the idea you could use it, you could pick up the ammo anywhere, and lots of other stuff like that too, which they argue over. So basically, what we used to call in Australia once upon a time a scrub gun. So right. That's what they are. Though they don't have to be used for scrub. Yeah, they have a shorter barrel, but that doesn't generally affect accuracy. Then, in fact, you could argue that some people argue that shorter barrels actually make rifles more accurate because it's a stiffer barrel. The only downside of a shorter barrel is that you lose velocity, and it used to be around something like 100 feet per second per inch off the barrel. Yep. So the shorter it got, less velocity. But in a hunting situation, using good quality ammo, that doesn't really matter unless you're, really reaching out there to get there. That's Frankie. You've got one. There's some really interesting stuff coming from Beretta in their rifle side of things, which can't go in too much to. I've got showing some very cool pictures and, sworn to secrecy, but there's some very cool stuff happening in that space. And the other really interesting thing is it's very early days and it's very much a concept at the moment, but there may be a hunter's campfire inspired rifle range, maybe. Because it's all very
you didn't hear it here first, because it's
all very conceptual.
It's
all very conceptual. It's all very it's all, but there'll probably be a couple of rifles, so they'll be similar but different calibers, as in 22 caliber and centerfire caliber. So not just centerfire changes, and we're going to have a bit of input into the design of these rifles. And unlike the last two custom rifles that I've helped design, these things won't be one-offs. You'll be able to kind of get them. That's the really cool thing. But it's all completely hearsay at the moment and all up in the air and nothing on paper and so like that. But it's one of the projects that we're looking to pursue next year. So the first thing is, we'll have a podcast with some of the people involved and get some details, but that's the way we're working to. So that's kind of really exciting for 2025.
I think so.
Yeah. And my concept for that, and this is my concept, not everyone's concept, but I'm thinking what I'm calling a scouting rifle. So a rifle that primarily is going to be on your pack when you're out checking trail cameras, or you're in a state forest checking new ground, or you're hunting with someone like your son or a friend, and you're scouting. So something lightweight, something compact, something with enough punch to take a game animal when you see it, but primarily something that's for those people who like to do scouting. So you want to go out there and explore new territory, explore a new block, and you want to take a rifle with you. This is the kind of thing we're thinking about. A scouting rifle.
I like it.
I like it too.
So we might see a scouting rifle. We might see a stalking rifle.
Yeah, well, who knows? You might be seeing, like, I like to sit on the back of my deck and shoot pigeons. They fly by. Whatever.
If you, Mrs. Listener, were to build a custom rifle for a purpose, what would it look like? Tell us.
Yeah. And that's a big part of what we want to
might be
do
able to
once
build
we
it.
get a bit more bones around this idea. We would love to have some input on this. Not sure, as I said, it's all concept. We haven't got there's nothing been worked out yet how we're going to make this happen. But yeah, we very much would like the Hunters Campfire community to be have input into this and be part of it.
How good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That does sound cool. I'm looking forward to participating in that process. Should be fun. Meanwhile, Terrible Billy doesn't have many clearings.
That's why it's terrible.
Are there many Billies? Who knows?
Only really terrible.
There's just one,
ones.
and he's really terrible.
But there was a big fire that went through there.
Yeah,
Closed for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Surely that's cleared it out.
I don't know. I'm just looking at maps. And
What does Google Earth say?
I'm looking at Google Earth.
It's really terrible,
it says
Billy.
it's thick and it's steep and it's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's steep.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's terrible.
When's that image from?
2023.
That was before the fires.
Yeah, the 5th. Anyway, I digress. Guns will be fun. Guns are fun. Building our own guns even more fun. Make a song
It
about
is.
it.
Definitely.
It is very fun. It's
Speaking of
also
guns-
very nerve-wracking.
No, it's not.
It is. No, it is. You don't want to get it wrong. It's very nerve-wracking.
Right.
I've done it twice.
No one will write a story about it if you do.
Both times I've done it twice, and both times I've been going, make this work.
Please be good. Please be good.
Please be good. And I mean, you do cheat a little bit by using very good platforms to start with, but you're still going to go, please be good, please be good, please be good.
That's
Nah,
like
it'll be
you to
right.
this day that
What could go wrong? Just make the home again. Stuff hanging off it everywhere. Speaking of guns, I spent today at the range. Had a great time. So you should have, we hope you have, seen the video that Mark put out not long ago, which was the BRX barrel swap for the territory.
Mm-hmm.
So we showed the process, the simple process to whip the 3006 barrel off, put the 300 Win Mag barrel on, change the bolt face, change the magazine, and away you go. Done. Piece of cake. So, of course, we've come back from the territory, no longer need the 300 Win Mag, so it's going back, late night podcasting. So it's going back, and I'm switching back across to the 3006 because it's my caliber of choice. So dropped that down to Mark. He had the custom-made talkie tool that was required for it. He put it together for when we did the swap to start with. Switched the barrel back across, gave it back to me, took the aim point off, put the Steiner Predator 8 on, ready to go, took down the range, sighted in today. It was bloody great. I love shooting that thing. It's such a good gun, rifle. So the BRX has got the Predator 8. So we tried to line the scope back up with the same scope marks that you could sort of just see on the picky rail from when it was on before, and kind of worked. Pointed it at a target. It was off by about an inch. Mind you, I was using different rounds to last time. I changed from the bonded to the boat tail soft points. So from the super hammerheads to the game head rounds for Sarko rounds. And it was only an inch off. A couple of clicks, bam, 50 done, 100 done, 200 done, hitting the gongs at 300. So much fun. So anyway, it's back and it's ready for the weekend. So can't wait.
And that's I've got better at changing those things out. That was literally at 10 minutes.
Such a
easy.
What took longer was making sure that I had to stop and go back to the manual just to make sure I was putting a MA bolt head as opposed to the ST bolt head. I was double checking, going, okay, I'm putting the right bolt head with the right barrel on and stuff. That was the longest part, to actually just check those, just to double check that I put the right, because they all fit. Yeah, that whole bolt head. So the bolt head and the follower, that's a button. You push it, it comes out. The way they've designed it is because you can turn it around to be left and right-handed. It's a really interesting design how they've done that, because it just cambers in each. So cambers in one way, turn around, cambers in the other way. It's like, well, that's a bit of tricky engineering, the way they've done that. So that's how easy it is to make it left and right hand. Well, that's part A of left and right-handed. Part B is just then pushing that button and removing that slide handle and putting it on the other side. And even that's really interesting because when you flip it over, it's not upside down. It's the right profiles correctly. So there's someone really thought about how to make that ambidextrous and how to make it truly ambidextrous. So it's actually really quite nice design that way.
On the bolt, does it say press here?
If it does,
could you say someone's thought about it?
Only one part comes off, and it's a big shiny piece.
Right. So, and Ian was witness to this.
What?
we were on hunt camp, and we were sitting at Nundle. We'd been for a hunt. Ian shot a young spiker. We came back after dark, and we're sitting down. And we thought, well, we'll have a quick beer before we head back to camp. And I always take the bolt out of my rifle when I put it into the car. And I'm looking at the bolt, and it says press here. So I pushed it, and the bolt went and split into pieces. And I was like, shit, and I couldn't get it back together. Fortunately, we had a gunsmith in camp, and he put the bolt back together for me. But yeah, it's written in big letters saying press here. So I'll push here, see what happens. And this thing the bolt just comes apart. The spring goes this way.
No.
So if you own a Benelli Lupo where it says press here, don't press here. Yeah, that was an interesting afternoon or morning. Was it morning? I think it was morning. Well, it was after a hunt.
It was.
I can't recall.
I don't remember. It was in the afternoon because we left it there, and then we went down in the gully chasing croaking bucks. Came back up again and carried it out in the dark.
That's right. Yeah. So where it says press here, don't press here.
Don't press here. Don't push the buttons.
Mm.
No. Just want to go back on steal the brains of the technical-minded people. You two, that is. 300 Win Mag versus 30-06 projectile. They're obviously different. They're very similar in length. I'm not sure that there's much difference in them in length. The casing width must be wider, right? The reason I'm asking this is you did the barrel swap, which is great. When I got there and I started sliding rounds into the magazine, I realized I had the wrong magazine because they were a bit rattly.
Yeah.
So
300 Win Mag's a bit fatter.
It's a little bit
fatter. It's a Magnum cartridge.
Yeah. So tell me,
if you had both bolt heads, you could see that if you had both bolt heads with you, you would see that one was
slightly rounder.
Is bigger than.
They're both 30 cals, but yeah.
If you had the 300 Win Mag barrel on there and you fed a 30-06 round into it,
it probably wouldn't chamber.
Probably wouldn't change it. And vice versa, it wouldn't happen either.
Because it wouldn't pick it up.
Mm.
So, and if it did chamber, the pin wouldn't probably fire it because it wouldn't be held by that.
But remember, they're using a different case. It's not like a 243 and a 308, which is the same case, just neck down. It's a completely different case.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's the same as a 270 and a 30-06. It's the same case, but it's a different projectile.
It wouldn't be sitting in the
Yeah. So a 300 Win Mag is a Magnum. Yeah.
I'd be lying if I didn't flinch a little, close my eyes and flinch a little with the first round that I put through the rifle after it had a barrel and a bolt change.
If you put a 300 Win Mag in a 30-06 and it fired, it wouldn't matter if you close your eyes.
Still a 30 cal.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter if you close your eyes.
Yeah.
Still take your head off.
There would be certain problems happening.
Yeah. Anyway, it was A-OK.
One, I don't think it would. And if it did...
No, I don't think it would. I'm just wondering what combination of badness could go on there.
I remember once I bought 223 and they sold me 222 and it chambered it, but it wouldn't fire it. And I was going,
it's the same as if you remember in the territory,
the 9.3.
9.3 by 62 and 9.3 by 66. What was the other one? 66. It would feed into the barrel because it's the same. Yeah, but I couldn't close the bolt because that was the issue. The bolt wouldn't close.
Yeah, the bolt face would not match the casing.
Cartridge. Correct.
So that's what would happen.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Yeah, well, that was cool. So down at the range today, it was a good day actually because I got down there and Dan was there. You won't know Dan, but he comes down to the shooting club every now and then. This is a totally different range, but it just seems every time I go to the Warwick SSAA range. Dan's there. So I got to catch up with Dan, and then Rowan showed up. So I got to catch up with Rowan. And then there was another young fella there who was very excited because he listened to the podcast. He's a junior shooter who's just getting into it and wanting to do some hunting. So he was like, "Whoa, you're that guy!" So it was pretty funny. So I handed over a sticker. I've forgotten his name. I'm madly trying to remember what his name was. But if you're listening, shouting out to this young fella, he's pretty handy shot. He was doing some offhand shooting there today and doing pretty well with it. So hopefully we'll see him come into hunt camp and we'll get him into deer hunting. That was the offer while we're there today. So we'll see if he takes us up on it. It'll be pretty cool. Good to see the young fellas getting involved.
Yeah, especially someone who can shoot offhand. I like that.
Yeah, I could just hear him in my earmuffs, electronic earmuffs. I could hear him asking the range officer if he could do offhand because he didn't like getting kicked in the shoulder from the bench.
Oh, okay.
So he picked up offhand and smoked. It was really good.
That's
so
good.
That was pretty cool.
Good practice. Very good practice.
Yeah. Now I'm enjoying getting down to the range. It's not too far from me. It's about it. Oh, it's under an hour, I guess, to get there. So I think I'll do a bit more of that leading up to the raw, and I make sure that I've got everything dialed in perfectly for my maybe one opportunity on a red stag. I have it all dialed in perfect, so that'd be good.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got the CTR running for what I want to do for 2025. Went out to the range, but what I really wanted to do was, as part of just to check it, was actually I got asked a question recently about cold barrel and what that means,
a good question,
and cold zero and all those kind of terms. And I thought the best way to do is actually take some shots and show the picture. Now, I'll put something up on our Facebook page, and it does show. Now, the reality is when you're talking cold barrel, and then you're talking cold barrel in summertime Queensland, which is kind of generally not what they talk about when they talk about cold barrel. But it does. It's still the same effect, and in fact, it would be interesting to actually comprehend the difference between sighting a rifle and at Belmont and shooting at Nundle, and what the difference of that is, especially on a cold barrel, especially say after late April and so on and so forth. But basically what it's really about is understanding where the first shot comes out of your rifle and then compared to the subsequent shots. And the thing is, it's not uniform, and it's not uniform in gap, as in each rifle will be different, and it's not uniform in direction either. Some rifles go higher, some go lower.
Mine goes lower.
Yeah, yep. I was literally talking to a guy about it at the range, and he's saying, what are you taking? And I said, I'm looking at cold barrel, and he was saying that his goes higher. So his first shot is low, and then it creeps up. And I found with the CDR, it's the opposite way. So the first shot's a bit higher, and then after that, the following shots are nicely grouped, and it's the same. And of course, it's the same at 100 than at 200. The importance of that, in terms of why is that important? If you're at the range, it's just a thing you take in consideration. If you're hunting your only one chance of red stag for the year, you really want to know where that first shot is going, because very rarely will they let you have a sighter. He's not going to stand, "Hey, okay, fella, have a shot. Oh, that's good. Get a little bit left. Give it to me now. Come on. It's not going to happen." So, and competition shooting, when we used to shoot full bore, you got two shots, and they called them sighters. You got sighters at the range, but when you're hunting, you don't get sighters. So understanding how your rifle performs on that first shot is really, really important. So that's something I want to do, and I also wanted to drop the rifle down a little bit in elevation, which I did. So if you're listening and you haven't seen it, there's a Facebook post on our page which shows exactly that, the difference between the first shot and the following up shots. It was only less than an inch difference, but again, that's not cold weather. So just to understand that. And again, remember, if you're shooting downhill or uphill and there's that stag and you're up here, and you really need to understand where that's going to go, because you don't want to go, "Oh, I missed the 12-pointer.
Getting eliminated.
Still the
What are you
same
fellas
team.
on about? Just get the eliminator. It tells you everything.
I'm pretty keen on giving Eliminator a go.
Same.
But it would still have the problem.
It's still going to have a cold barrel issue.
It's still
The
have cold
scope's
barrel.
going to be.
Absolutely. The shooting up, shooting down thing's taken care of, but
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It adjusts for it with the rangefinder.
Yeah, but the range is not changing.
That's right.
The barrel is a cold barrel.
Cold barrel. It can't adjust for cold barrel.
That's right.
No, yeah.
But it can adjust for extreme downhill, extreme up.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Because it can do
cold barrel.
No, cold barrel it can't. I totally agree. But the other thing too is,
well, the thing is, does it blow warm air on it?
Yeah.
Right. Keeping your barrel
or heater inside it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, your experience is probably better than mine, but it doesn't. Cold barrel, whether it's cold conditions or whether it's warm conditions, cold barrel is still cold barrel. It doesn't matter where I shoot my rifle first. A barrel that hasn't heated up through the velocity of a bullet going through it is still a cold barrel.
But it's going to shoot to a different point of impact.
Yes, I don't know if the colder the barrel, because then the greater the variance between. So, I mean, when I go to the range, and it's 30 degrees, cold barrel is not, it's not hot, but it's not cold either. So that's what I'm saying. I think you need to understand that. So you need to understand what is that difference, because it may very well be if the temperature difference between the barrel once fired and the barrel as it is when you have it, that may be greater in terms of the variance of shot placement depending on how cold the cold barrel is.
I think something else that would impact, that you should be aware of, that will impact your shot placement, and that is where you've zeroed it.
Yes.
Right. So if you zeroed, I've zeroed in Toowoomba at 700 meters, and then I've gone and shot down in Brisbane. There's quite a difference.
Yep.
In where that shot lands, and then if you're going to go and hop over to New Zealand and shoot it, or even go to Nundle at 1,200 meters, you've now had a reasonable elevation jump, especially if you come from Brisbane.
Yep.
So understanding that now, you can only really rely on ballistic tables to help you with that, because a lot of those calculator tools will take altitude into adjustment and give you some holdover changes. Because unfortunately, in state forest hunting, you can't put siders through. If you don't have private land somewhere nearby to check out what that looks like, then you're relying on the app. But that's potentially got more zero impact, I think, than the cold barrel. Yeah, that's very true. So elevation, and there's air pressure and all sorts
humidity.
of
It makes a difference.
Humidity, it all makes a difference.
In hunting terms, probably marginally.
Especially at 100 meters.
Yeah.
But at 500 meters.
Oh, that's
difference.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, and that being said, reason I like with the CTR, I had it basically just at 200, about just slightly below zero, but I'm going to call it on zero. And the reason I did that was because I'm hunting a New South Wales state forest.
Yeah.
And that's about the longest shot I'm going to be presented with in that kind of environment. Maybe there is other forests.
How long do you think?
There is other forests maybe that's longer, but my experience with state forest hunting is that 200 is a long way.
Yeah. There's the more that these parks get logged, though, there's often opportunity now in some of those clearings.
I mean, when I was at Pennsylvania, you could, when you got a little bit of elevation and you're looking over not clear cut but regrowth pine that was only 3 or 4 or 5 foot tall, then yes, but that was the first time I've ever experienced that, when you could actually kind of go, oh, I can see a fair distance here, I can see, but generally it's either you're right in it or it's semi-open, but even then it's still treed up. Again, that's why I'm setting through my experience, what I've experienced with hunting and where we're going, as in Nundle, 200 is pretty much all you need, I think.
Again, usually it's under 100. to be honest.
That's it, that kind of conditions. But certainly I'm positive there is a state forest where, it's much longer. And even in somewhere like Pilliga where it's huge, because of the vegetation, you're always pretty well close in.
Usually very close shots in Pilliga.
That's right. And it's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on the the how big the state forest is. It's how big your view is, and generally it's pretty tight in there.
Yeah. So yeah, some of the logging clearings give you longer shot opportunities if you want to set up on those. There's some pretty good vantage points actually in Nundle looking over that cleared logging land. But
also a nice buck going through that cleared logging area. It was night time, granted, but yeah, he ran across the road straight into that. But just showing that they do go through those cleared areas. They do.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, I saw again on dusk. We saw a very big buck, but it was just they were still logging it, but he was going straight through that open cut area. There's actually, we drive along and we just saw him on the side of the road, and he was big. He was a good at looking animal, but he's in a clear zone. But yeah, I'm sure they go through it. And there was one area at the time where you did have a really big panoramic view because it had just been logged and it was just open, and it was really big panoramic view. But I would still not like to take a long shot there, because even while it was, you could see a long way at the ground level, it was still pretty messy. It had been logged, so there was deadfalls.
Oh, they do push. They push a lot of the stuff. And,
it's deadfalls, and also, so it wasn't like a paddock. It was like it just wasn't treed.
Yeah,
it would be at distance. That would be a very tough shot to get a good broadside of that. It'd have to be like standing on top of the lot. It'd be like more thing like goats do, when they stand on top of things.
Which deer don't typically do. No, you never see deer on logs.
It would be a tough shot.
Ian's still scouting.
Maps.
He's still scouting.
Maps.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tugalo. That's where I'm going. Or Tugalo.
Yeah, Tugalo. Tugalo is it's a good forest.
Yeah,
I like it. I've shot deer in there. Haven't shot pigs in there. Shot deer in it.
It's a good spot. I quite like it. But I know where I think I'm going to be hunting this year, so I've got to go and get some scouting done, because it's a little bit different to last year, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm keen.
I hunted there summer last year. It was great.
I've never been in summer. I've only ever been April. I think I've only ever been in April.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been any other time.
I've been there this time of year.
Are the challenge. If you get a carcass on the ground, holy dooly, do they come in fast.
Yeah, I've had that in the Pilliga. Flies, Jesus.
Yeah.
Speaking of looking after carcasses, I got some of the new gun dog gear.
The game bags.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw an idea out for you. So anyway, in the bag so I got the medium set, and it was funny because I helped him with some of the testing, and then when they came out, I just jumped on and bought a set. Thought that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, he messaged me back. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I put a set in the post for you as a thanks. Do you want to cancel your order?" I said, "No, it's all right. Keep it. Keep the money, and I'll have another set, and I'll give a set away at Hunt Camp." So I've paid for mine, and he's given you a free set for Hunt Camp. How about that? So what a good fella. But anyway, I got two mediums, and when we were talking through the design of it, I said, you should really have probably two packs, one for medium game and one for larger game, because, carrying around game bags to suit a samba, not really necessary in fallow and goat country. As it is, the medium set has got what I call a sleeping bag size, like a large one, bigger than the Huntec sack that we use.
Okay, wow.
So it's a pretty big...
And that gets a fallow in it.
That gets a whole fallow in it, yeah. And then it's got two large bags, which are a little bit smaller than that, and then two medium-sized bags. So you've got, back legs, front shoulders. Then you've got a bag that everything comes in, which seems to be made out of a little bit heavier duty material. So you could drop if you're into getting offal and stuff like that, you can chuck the heart and the kidneys and stuff in there. And it gives you something just a little bit more robust and less leaky than a breathable bag. Anyway, I said to him just the other day, I said, design improvement and a point of difference. So hopefully none of his competitors are listening. But if you got that sleeping bag, I call it the sleeping bag, the really big one, like it's a big bag, it would fit a carcass in it. And I'd suggested to him, and I'd like your feedback on this. They've got toggles at the top, drawstring toggles at the top. I said you should drawstring toggles on the bottom as well. So if you're hanging it, you can go right up over top of it and draw it around the neck, and then draw it around the feet.
Yeah.
And then you've got it open-ended. And, if you've got a carcass on the ground, you can slip it in, do the drawstrings up, whip it up over your pack, and save getting too much shit all over you. Like a tube, yeah. I haven't seen a game bag that's done it that way before. And
no. I've got that meat safe thing that you hang from a tree.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
But that's closed at the top, and it just
it's a bit different.
Yeah,
but a big double-ended bag.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Would especially if you wanted just to cover the carcass.
Yeah, just even if you were going to hang it up while you were in the bush.
Yeah,
hang it up and come back for it.
Yeah,
you could then at least protect it from the flies. So I've been using, and probably still am using if I go looking for it, a sleeping bag inner, one of those silk
the liners,
or cotton sleeping bag liners, and I chopped the bottom off it so I could get the whole thing up over the carcass. But that'd be heaps better, I reckon. You heard it here first. Game changer coming up.
It's not a bad idea.
I think I'm probably.
We'd have to cinch really well though to stop flies getting into
it.
It.
Yeah, I mean you could cinch it 90% of it, and then you could just whip some tape around the bottom if you had to. But at the moment,
it would help with drainage as well.
I was carrying cheesecloth or mutton cloth. What do you want to call it?
Yeah, mutton cloth. I like using mutton cloth.
Yeah, I like it, but it's sometimes a bit of a mission. So anyway, that was my feedback. But they look really good. Blaze orange bags. So going to be easy to pick up if you leave it in the bush hanging for a while, come back again. I like the fact that you got blaze orange. You can just hang one above you when you're bent over a carcass in the bush, skinning something out. You don't look like another animal that needs shooting. I think that's really important. So you're just hanging up a blaze thing there is a great idea. And he's got a reflective strip around it as well. So if you're coming back from it at night time, it's gonna glow. So yeah, good set of stuff. About $120, I think, gets you the set of bags, which is not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Christmas present. Go to his website, put in Campfire, and you'll get a discount. It's true. I forgot.
It's true. It's true. I'm not lying.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this
double cinch
split bag idea.
Even if it's nothing more,
I like it, but I like it, but I can see problems with it. So I'm trying.
Well, for me, it was less about protecting it from the flies. It was more about having a bag to put a carcass in, so I could throw the whole thing over my shoulders and keep as much of the muck out as possible. Once you've gutted it,
it's going to also stop it from just like collapsing down even with the hunt tech bags. If you put like a small fallow in there, they just squish down. Whereas there you could have them stretched out a bit and use the legs and things like that.
Yeah. Keeps it clean.
Helps drip
lots of stuff.
out
Lots
some
of
of the
things.
blood.
I think if you did cinch it properly around the legs, it would hold the flies out.
I think you might still get them squeezing through.
Yeah, I reckon you still get flies in there. That's not.
It's not going to seal it perfectly.
No doubt you'll get flies in there.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, okay, so what could you do to prevent that?
Just wrap some tape around it real tight.
No,
that's
like
what I would normally
you'd
do.
want like like a little
fly
net that you'd put over the legs,
net,
and then you cinch on the net.
An add-on.
Yeah.
So
like an internal
big open bag,
like internal fly net.
Two little nets that just go over the legs, and you cinch it. Because you think about when you draw string on the legs, they're just not,
Yeah, they're going to cross over.
The
and there's
flies
going to
are
be
just
gaps.
going to get in there. They're flies. That's what they're going to do. But if you had it like
a fly net,
put it on and then cinch over the net, or even or somehow attach the net to the outer
net's got its own little toggles.
Yeah, like a game net. Yeah, like a liner. You're talking about a liner.
Like
breather liner.
Velcro or something.
On a real bad day, you can put it over your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you could do that, and then you could literally have this thing. You could literally cover the whole animal while you're at it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to get flies in with a double cinch.
You are. There's no
I think
doubt.
if you get a net,
no doubt flies will get in. So you just need to
Yeah.
have something that can actually cut those flies out.
Still going to solve a problem for carrying with you, if that's what you use.
but a net's not going to weigh very much.
No,
like
that's
a mesh
it.
net.
Actually, you want it to be super light
and breathable. The net's going to be breathable.
That's right. And then it will actually have a breathability to it as well.
Yeah.
I've just opened my little bar fridge next to the desk here. I'm getting all of the wafty aromas of the mead.
Oh,
The mead.
The mead. How many hundreds of liters have you got?
Oh, not many hundreds. I'm actually only making my second batch ever right now.
Oh, okay. You're going to have some ready for hunt camp this year, or?
I had some last year.
It was Frank you didn't bring. Oh, you didn't share it.
Frank raves about his mead, but it never showed up.
Oh.
You know what they say?
No,
Photos
what do they say?
It's all good to rave about your mead, Frank, but if it's not there,
You've got to bring it.
There.
Although the apple pie moonshine was pretty good.
This is a good point. You can't jump for that. Yes, I'll have some mead ready. I'm starting to get to mass production mode. So I made the first
mass production
5 or 6 liters. I'm making another 5 or 6 liters now, and I'm about to go and get another 8 vessels.
What are you using? Carboys.
I don't know what you call them.
The glass
vial
ones.
that goes up.
Yeah, they're carboys.
I learned something. Why are they shaped like that? Why is a bottle shaped like that?
The neck. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a way that you can seal air out of it, and that is that you drop a little bit of olive oil on the top. Frank told me this.
Okay.
You drop a little bit of olive oil on the top of your mead, and it seals it off from air getting into it. Right,
like
and then when you're ready to drink it, you just drop a little bit of cotton, like a handkerchief, with a knot in the end, and you just drop it into the bottom, into the bottle, into the neck, and it just sucks all of that oil up into the knot. Take it out.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, an old school theory that he uses, and so that's why they're shaped like that. Because if they didn't have a thin neck, you would have a massive.
And to reduce surface area, I guess, as well.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, reduce surface area. Yeah.
So I thought that was quite interesting. We have these conversations often. These old school skills, but I've got a big horizontal fridge in the room over here that you may or may not hear the chirping of the dying. No, not this year, mate. The dying smoke alarm. And there's room in there for 8 vessels.
Carboys. Yeah.
He doesn't call them carboys. He calls them something else. Anyway, you know what it is.
Carboys, demijohns, something like that.
Demijohn. That's what he calls it.
Demijohn.
Yeah, so I can get 8 of them in there. So I'm going to make some batches because I harvested my first round of honey over the weekend.
Nice. So
I had beehives come in about a year ago, and I spun the first lot of honey out over the weekend. Got out of one super. So a super is the box that sits on top of you got the brood box on the bottom where all of the action happens, and then you've got the honey supers on the top. Well, I've got 3 supers high, and one of them was ready to harvest, so I took it off, and it gave me about 18 litres of honey.
Nice.
From one super. So now I get to make my own mead with my own honey. It's very exciting.
That's very nice.
It's good. It's very tasty. Can't remember where I was going with that, but it was going somewhere. I forgot.
I think you were making fun of Frank.
Oh, well, no, I don't like to make fun of Frank. He's a very sensitive soul. Takes it to heart.
Well, he tells me that there's mead coming for me because I said something nice about him, but I can't remember what I said.
Yeah. Enjoy looking at
that. Yes, that's it. That's right. I'll enjoy looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at Tugalo at the moment.
Well, I've got something. While we're talking warm weather, I've got something that I'm going to try this summer. I don't know if you've seen these. See? They're soft.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them.
The ice cube trays.
Yes.
Yeah. So they make block ice. That's what they do.
Oh.
So I usually prefer block ice.
Same.
And I usually use the 10-litre Coles bottles, the water jugs, and I fill them 3/4 once I've used the water, and I freeze them. You get 2 or 3 uses out of them and they crack. So yeah, I got these, found them online. They're nice and soft. You fill them up and then you freeze them. You can stack them. They got the lid on as well.
Yep.
And they make 5.5 kilo block of ice. So I've got 4 of those. I can make 20 kilos at a time in the freezer. Own block ice, and then you can just squeeze them out.
You've got that much room in your freezer.
Are you
I've got
intending
3 freezers
to put that in an esky with the mold or sans mold?
I was going to do sans mold.
Okay, so I've got 3 of them. They're smaller.
Yeah, mine are 5.5 kilos each.
Mine are smaller, but I've got 3 of them, and I found that they melted very quickly.
Really?
And I'm wondering if the downfall of those is your home domestic freezer doesn't get cold enough.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably it.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about how to improve it. Because I've got, as I said, I've got 3 of them. They're about yay big, and I've tried them a couple of times, but they do melt very quickly. And I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, my 10-kilo ones, which are probably 3/4 filled, so it's maybe 7.5 kilos. I get.
Yeah, but they're in a bottle, aren't
those.
they?
But yeah, a clear plastic bottle.
That's right. Those things aren't. They're that's
blocks.
I'm wondering if the clear plastic bottle actually acts as some kind of insulator for so they stay colder longer because they're actually clear.
When we go to Nundle, I'll do 2 in, 2 out, and see what the difference is.
Because I found that's what I wanted to do with mine. I got 3 of them. Next time I was going to experiment. See.
Yeah. So I'll do 2 in the trays, 2 out the trays, and see what the difference is.
Yeah.
You're wanting to use the water that it melts from?
No, I was just going to use them for chilling the esky and putting.
So why don't you put salt water in there then?
That's the other thing. You could use salt water.
No, well, salt water freezes a lot harder.
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
But as long as you didn't want to use it.
I'm not going to use it.
That was what I found. The challenge of those things were that they actually melted really quickly.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. But compared to normal.
Yeah, well, I think
servo ice.
Well, I've never put normal freezer ice into an esky. I've bought ice in a bag, bag ice, or I've bought block ice. But I try to make my own block ice. But I'm wondering if block ice and bagged ice that you buy is frozen in a freezer that is much colder. Then
servo ice never lasts because it's so hollow. That's the issue.
That's right.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll do some experiments at Nundle.
That's what it is. So, if anyone's listening and got some feedback on that, that's what I found. That was the only problem with mine. They didn't freeze all that well. No, sorry, they didn't last that long. They froze really well. They worked. Yeah, everything worked. They just didn't because I try to get more performance out of my Yeti cooler. I went and watched the Yeti videos and did this.
Oh, how you layer it
and all that stuff, and it didn't work. Didn't work. Didn't last any longer.
Okay. I'll do a trial at Nundle.
Pre-froze it and did all that stuff and all that stuff. It didn't work. I was thinking the next thing, if I was wondering if I can actually drop my Yeti into my freezer and freeze it, if that might help. But I couldn't seem to get there. Yeah. So that was so it'd be interesting to see how you go with those. Yeah,
cool. I'll provide feedback after our Nundle trip. 30 degrees every day. Should be a good test. Can't hear you. You're on mute, Ian.
I said, hopefully we can find a place that lets the sun in, lets the solar charge things, lets the Starlink get out if we want to use that. And
if it rains, doesn't become a quagmire.
Doesn't turn into a sludge.
I think that's going to be part of it, isn't it? Finding a decent camp for.
I've got a few ideas.
Yeah. I looked at AccuWeather, and they're not bad on the long range, and it looks like it's going to be dry.
Yeah, I think we'll be right. But storms do come in that time of year, so we'll just have to wait.
They blow in,
I'm going to hit you with a couple of questions then for next year. So it's end of year. I think we did an end of year wrap a little while ago, so we don't need to go through that again. But what's on the plan? What's on the plan for next year? 2025 is going to be a big year. Lots going on with the podcast.
Kill buffalo.
And things that we're doing. But what about hunting? What's the...
Kill buffalo.
Kill more buffalo.
Kill more buffalo.
Oh, I'm glad I asked the question. Jono?
Whilst Samba are interesting, I want to kill more buffalo.
Yeah, for me, I'm still keen on a chiddle.
A Chiddle.
It was a plan for 2024, but plans changed. I wanted to do a chiddle, and that's still quite high up on my list. So that's what I'm hoping for, and I need to try and make that happen, I think, next year. And for me, I'm also planning 2026 as well. So I think I'm going to start putting in plans for and preparations for New Zealand. Start doing some scouting, start doing some ideas. We've spoken about it, Ian. We need to do it. We need it to happen. So I think 2026 will be in New Zealand.
It's happening. We'll put in for our first Wapiti ballots, but if all else fails, we'll just have to settle for a Tarshami Red Deer Otago heli drop.
Yeah, we'll have to settle for it. Wow,
what a shame!
Yeah, exactly.
What a shame. That's definitely on the cards now. I'm really pumped for that. The hardest part about that trip is deciding. We're trying to figure out whether I can do that trip and do the territory in the same year.
Yeah,
because I'm getting into divorce material, heading away that often. But you got a chance your luck, I guess.
You got a chance your luck. You got to have a day.
Yeah, you got a chance your luck. So that's 2026.
Yeah, but 2025 for me, chiddle, and potentially I might be going to South Africa, so I'll get a hunt in as well in South Africa. So, but that's not confirmed yet. So,
okay. So 2025. So got January Nundle with my mate Graham to give him an introduction. He's getting into hunting. He's got all the paperwork done. He's got his licenses in. He's looking at his first rifle. I just gave him some gun bags to stick in his new rifle safe when he gets it. We're going to hit Nundle. Then I will probably turn my attention to reds in the Brisbane Valley. I'd like to come down a hunt camp, even if I come down for a few days with a camera, not a rifle, though I'm convincing myself that that's an equitable and noble thing to do. Lesser self might take over and make me book 3 days of rifle hunting. I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and be the better person and take a camera only, but
it's hard.
That's it. I'm going to try and I'm trying to be the better person because I'm looking at some really interesting places in Tugelo that I'm thinking they look really nice and they're nice and high elevation, lots of gullies. But anyway, so that's that, and then we'll be into the winter hunting. Love to do another bacon buster mission somewhere down the line, and then September will be territory. I will do a winter's hunt in there somewhere, so in June, July. Not sure where we'll do a winter hunt. I'd like to actually go to a different forest this time. So we've done a winter hunt in Nundle and we've done a winter hunt in Pilliga. I'm thinking might try and do a different winter hunt somewhere. That's the annual hunt with my son. So that's the one. That's the real father-son one. Last year he told me that he wants his own tent. He doesn't want to sleep in the same tent with me anymore, which is kind of exciting. One for me, I'll have more room because he's a big bugger. He's only getting bigger. And two, exciting that he wants to do it himself. So I don't know where the winter hunt will be this year, and then it'll be territory. I think that'll be a good focus. And then 2025, 26, I will probably be in England at Christmas, probably. And so I'll if I'm going to England, I'll be hunting while I'm over there as well. Bit of wing shooting and bit of deer shooting.
Got to be done.
Yeah, most definitely. Though there is talk that we might go to the States, but that might not be a great time of year to hunt in the States. But we've got some very good family friends in Utah who've got one of those BLM blocks, I think they call them, Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah.
They've got property and they've got one of those that you can only access through their property.
Yeah.
The corner crossings.
Crossings. It's actually not for them. It's not a corner. It's a creek. It's a river line. So over there you can own the river, and the part of the BLM land that hits this river is diagonally across from their river frontage.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So it's so often spoken about. If you wanted to get you'd get a tag for that one and just walk across the river.
It's interesting how their world's so different, isn't it?
Yes.
So different. Yeah.
Well,
It's my family in New Zealand who've got really good trout fishing rivers run through their farm, but the rivers are public access.
Mm.
And if you own a property that has river frontage, you have to provide access through it to the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's part of the bank. It's like there's a point where it becomes you don't own it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was actually having this conversation today with someone about the high and low tide lines. Yes, that was exactly what we weren't talking river. We were talking about beach access.
Oh, yeah.
High and low tide.
Yeah, well, you sometimes see those videos on Instagram or wherever where the guys actually carry tape measures with them, and the property owners complain about how close they are to the boundary or from the bank or whatever it is, wherever they are, and the guy pulls out a tape measure and says, "No, I'm fine." Like they actually call the rangers and things like that. Over there, it's
pretty crazy, isn't it?
Different world.
Yeah. New Zealand, they have a thing called, I think it's the Queen's Chain or the King's Chain or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it talks about how far off the coastline is public land, whether it's 10 meters or 5 meters or anything like that. And it's quite closely guarded, but erosion changes things. Tides come in more. All of a sudden you're losing ground. It's quite interesting, but
it's the same as in the UK where you've got the public footpaths, and you've got a massive estate which is private property, and you're sitting in a high seat, and all of a sudden there's some ramblers just walking past because it's a public footpath or a bridleway.
That's any size. It doesn't have to be a massive estate.
If there's a public footpath, then that's it.
Yeah, but the strange thing about those public footpaths were they were traditionally to get you to church.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
They weren't traditionally for people to kind of
ramble on,
casually walk around in very expensive clothes and experience the outdoors. It was the fact that they wanted you to go to church, so they had to allow you access across a field to get to the church.
But I've been sat in a high seat and people come walking past.
When I haven't had that, but I've been shotgunning on a hedge. And on the other side of the hedge, there's people walking past. We can hear them talking, and they're 6 feet away from us. And I've been shotgunning where you're looking this way, and there's the golf course, and there's no fence. It's just a golf course. So you're in the rough, as it were. You're facing that way, and the golfers are just there. And along roads and stuff like that too. So it's very different.
The other thing that happens a lot over in New Zealand is, even though it's national park, if you can get your vehicle up the river, you get your vehicle up the river. Your ATV or whatever, quad bikes, all sorts of stuff. They're going a long way up rivers. If they can get access, in they go. It's totally different. Yeah, but it makes for some pretty interesting experiences.
Yeah, well, for me, that's it. If the river itself is as you said, it's kind of open, then get all the way up there in one of those little jet boats that draw no water. Yeah.
Well, the only other thing that I'm trying to plan on doing, certainly am also planning with Jono to get to New Zealand. Just can't do it next year because it's pretty booked up. So there's red deer, then there's hunt camp. We've got buffalo at the end of the year.
We've got a slam trip planned as well.
Yeah,
couple of slam trips in there, and I really want to get away and try and see if I can get a hunting with the guys at Hellenic Hunters down in New South Wales.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
I just want to hop on a plane and jump into their crew and just go and have a good long weekend or something like that. they can maybe help me take my first sambar. That'd be fun.
That'd be amazing.
Doesn't need to be a trophy stag. Could be a meat animal for all I care. But it'd be good to go. And, be good to go and to meet the guys down there and just see what their crew's all about. They seem like a good bunch of fellas. So that's on the list. Hopefully for next year. God, man, it's certainly been
very very friendly and accommodating. So it would be remiss of us not to try and take it up.
Yeah, so if I say no too many more times, the office going to stop.
It goes quiet.
Yeah, but no, I'm pretty keen. It'll be good. Yeah. And it's absolutely doable. Flights aren't that expensive to get down there. Long weekend. But that's me. That's me for next year.
Just looking over my notes. I think I've covered off everything.
Cool.
Anything else?
Thank you for a awesome 2024.
Yeah.
Has been a big year.
It has been.
What are we up to? Podcast 110 or something? For those interested in stats, let's do a quick stats wrap up. Keep talking about yourself, gentlemen. I'll look at some
This
stats.
will be interesting. The stats that are so hard to read. Yeah.
Democracy.
Quiet.
Democracy.
I typed in YouTube and that came up. Not like that.
Democracy.
Democracy. So, YouTube analytics. What are we at? All time. Lifetime. Closing in on 200,000 views. What's our subscribers?
They're not rookie numbers.
9,819 subscribers. So if you're listening, create new profiles and subscribe more so we get
subscribe to us with your wife's profile.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
We need more.
Get your wife.
So 2025 will be 10,000.
10,000. So we're closing in on so we're under 200 to 10,000. How many videos have we made so far?
Well, 110 podcasts.
110. Yeah, and if you've seen the podcasts are now under their own thing, under a playlist, or actually not even playlist, it's actually classed as a podcast on YouTube, which is something they have done themselves. I'm just trying to see how many videos we've made. Where are we? Content. Still thinking. Not telling me that. It's not telling me the number of videos we've made. Not easy anyway. So we're nearly 200,000 YouTube. I think we're over 100,000 on the podcast.
Podbean.
On the podcast.
That's an interesting statistic.
Though I think we've actually, as we've said, I think we've actually done better than that. We just, being rookies when we started this thing, we just didn't set up the analytics properly. I think.
Well, the other thing we were chatting about the other day is that number references downloads.
Yeah, that's it. So
I don't download any podcast. I listen to plenty of them.
Count streaming.
It doesn't count streaming.
So I only count downloads. So
the canvassing I've done, just about everyone I know streams, they don't download.
That's right.
And then every now and then someone does a download because they like to save their mobile data. And
this is 100% correct.
So we've got no idea.
It doesn't give us Podbean. That is the people we use for our data and distribution only count downloads, and so currently at the downloads we're 103,438, but we have no idea of how many streams we get because that's held
across the different platforms
by the individual streaming service, and because the way we've set this up so poorly, we're unable to track that information down. So, and I can't seem to find some kind of rule of thumb reference or guide that streams versus downloads. Can't see anything I can find. Yeah. So we can't even do like a percentage count to guesstimate it.
Yeah,
so and look, 103.
It's been good. We're getting a lot more contact through the website and through our Facebook channels and the like. Lots more questions come through. The great thing now that we've got the website up and running properly and the web shop about to come online, you will be able to. Well, I'm hoping that people that comment, we do the Legend of the Week from time to time when people send us pictures and stuff like that in,
Mm-hmm.
it's just going to make it easy for us to give away stuff,
Mm,
especially
definitely.
vouchers to the web shop, things like that. So keep the comments coming. You never know. Pretty generous people. I like to give stuff away.
Yep.
You never know what will happen.
And Facebook's about the same. So Facebook's about 100,000. So we're about 400,000 measurable, if you're going to count stats.
And the majority unmeasurable.
Yeah.
If you're going to count
Why
stats,
We'll
you
just
might
say
as
it's a
well
million.
count.
Round it up.
If you don't use measurables, then you're just making this stuff up.
Yeah.
And I can make it up. I can say this is the world's greatest podcast, largest, biggest audience, if you want me to say that. Or I can tell you that I've got stats to show. Well, maybe not there yet. But anyway, that's what we're at. That's where we're at. We're about 400,000.
Mm.
And I think we're over at 200 videos, maybe.
Yep. All right, let's wrap it. It's been a
Okay.
big year. I don't want to
Awesome,
talk to you
gents.
again until next year.
Oh,
Mark,
again
sure.
next
Oh, no,
year.
I'll see you in
this
the
is
bush.
that's what
I'll see you
this
like-
is a next
like
year
3
problem.
days.
This is a 2025 problem.
2025 problem.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'll see you in a few
All right.
days anyway, Ian. So,
Have a good one. Have a great Christmas. Have a safe Christmas. Say hi to your families. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It's been awesome.
Okay.
cool. Thanks, gents. Have a good Christmas.
See you.